How you guys doing? I'm Kent Tilley. Welcome to K4, and I just wanted to say Happy New Year and a heartfelt thank you to anybody that's ever watched any of my videos, because last year I hit a really significant milestone for me, which was that I actually hit 1 million views on YouTube, which is something that I never actually thought would happen based on my financial planning channel. When I set out to do this, the whole plan was, just see if you can get a little bit of an audience and see if you can generate a little bit of a business off of teaching people about money on YouTube. Very happy with what happened last year, and it was a crazy year for K4 because of YouTube. So what I thought I would do that might be kind of fun is, share with you some of the analytics that really was me getting to 1 million views and what that means. And at the end, I'll even tell you, how rich you absolutely become by hitting 1 million views on YouTube, because it is just outstanding how rich you get. So it was actually November 11th of 2021 that I hit 1 million views, and I basically started the channel in about November of 2016, so it only took me 5 years and hundreds of videos to do that. I know there are some people that get 1 million views as soon as they sneeze on YouTube, but for me that was pretty special. One of the crazy numbers that came out of that is if you actually look at the watch time, which is 110,000 hours of people actually viewing my face and listening to my voice, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I think that's kind of crazy that people have spent that much time listening to my silly ramblings about different things, but that's fantastic. I hope you learned something. And over the course of those 5 years, we've earned 13,200 subscribers, which is pretty good. I'm very happy with that. One of the sort of milestones that you want to hit on YouTube, the first one that you want to hit is 1,000 subscribers. So as soon as you hit 1,000 subscribers, that means that you get to start making money off of YouTube from ad revenue. And I'll never forget the first day that I made money on YouTube, and I made 28 cents in the first day. It was unbelievable. I was super pumped. I was actually really excited that I made 28 cents. I was like, holy crap, I made a tiny bit of money and off of, something that I've been doing for a long time that I never anticipated making any money on. So it was a pretty exciting day for me. I'd say it was almost exciting as the first K4 client I got. And you know what, even maybe a little bit more, because I had some clients that had already come over from my previous life at Investors Group. So that was pretty fun for me. 16.3 million impressions, which is pretty wild that 16.3 million people have looked at impressions of my face. And out of that, we got 560,000 views. So I don't know what that equates to, whatever. Way less than 5% of people that look at my face are like, let's check this guy out. And that makes sense. I think that makes quite a bit of sense. Funny one is it's a Canadian financial planning channel, and 89.9% of my views come from Canada. So over 10% of people are watching my videos, and they're probably not learning anything that's of any relevance to them. Not doing so well in the female department. This is not new to me in life. This is sort of, the way that it went for life. So I've got a viewership, 28.2% of my viewers are female. The remaining 71.8 are male. So, thanks to the ladies that have watched my videos. That's fantastic. The ages of my viewers is something that actually worked out, I guess, better for business, and it makes sense when I'll talk about sort of how some of the videos, when I talk about revenue and when a couple of my videos went viral, which was really what led to 1 million views this year, was because they're focused on the older generation. It's mostly CPP and OAS that I was talking about. A lot of people were interested in that. But if you look at the ages of the viewers of my videos, under 18, 0%, doing pretty well. 18 to 24 year olds, 0.6%. So hopefully we can work on this, because if you can get started between 18 and 24 on just a simple financial plan, putting away a little bit of money, you will be completely set. You'll never be worried about, your retirement if you can start early. 25 to 34, 6.3%, still too low in my opinion. 35 to 44, so that's my age demographic, 9.8%. Think we might be able to increase that a little bit. 45 to 54, 18.2% of the viewers. And my biggest chunk here is people between 55 and 64. 46% of my viewers are in that. And then anybody over 65, and it makes up 19.1 of our viewers. So, like I said, that's a lot to do with the videos that seem to get the most traction. The only time I've gotten younger viewers is one time I talked about maybe how investing all your money in marijuana stocks was a mistake, and I got yelled at. And that was the first one that actually got quite a few views, but everybody just watched it because they hated me. Which brings me to something you used to be able to track. They don't actually allow you to track this anymore. I guess too much negativity, but I used to track this, was my likes versus dislikes. And this was the thing that I was personally most proud of. I thought, online, there's a lot of people that are pretty mean online. I was a little bit nervous putting myself out there. And my like versus dislike ratio was always roughly around 98%, which I was very happy with. I wasn't getting a lot of negative comments. People have always been really nice to me and very supportive of the channel, and I'm very thankful for that. So that's something that I just want to say thank you for. And if you haven't already, please join in and subscribe and like this and comment or whatever it is, because everything helps. And the whole thing about this channel wasn't so that I could make a whole bunch of money. My goal in life isn't to make a bunch of money. It is to become, financially comfortable, which I think, and I've learned over the years in financial planning, is what most people are truly looking for. And you can have that. I know that it's a lot harder for certain people in different circumstances, and there's some people that are given a little bit more help in life or whatever, inheritance or, whatever that might be. But that being said, if you start and you're working towards it, everybody can be in a better position, and there's always things you can do to help. So my whole job is to try and educate as many people as possible, and if I can make a living doing that, then that's absolutely fantastic. That's the greatest gift to me, is that I can support my family and also teach as many people as possible who want to listen to my dull and boring voice. But that's why I hired Ryan, so he makes the videos a little bit more fun. Now I'll talk about the money, because I'm assuming that's what most people care about the most, is how much money how rich are you from getting 1 million views? And well, that is, I am not rich. But so what happened last February is I was having a rough stretch. Business was getting sort of hurt with being restructured and no longer working with Wealthsimple and all of these things. And I was just on a bit of a losing streak, and it was like the cold, lockdown of February in Edmonton. It was freezing for 2 weeks. We were stuck at home. I was really depressed. I was really out of it. And all of a sudden I get a whole bunch of comments on a video that's like well over a year old. And And I just started seeing it happen. It was absolutely crazy. All of a sudden, and you can see here, I'll just like walk you through it and we'll show a picture of it, but all of a sudden on like February 12th or 13th, people started watching this video, and by Tuesday, February 16th, so I was usually making like $3 or $4 a day off of YouTube for my views, and all of a sudden now I was making $113 in a single day off of one video. And that was driving traffic to other videos, that was driving tons of subscribers. So I started the year with like 2,000 subscribers, and I was close to 13,000, I think, by like May, because I had 2 videos that actually sort of hit it out of the park. And those are my top earning videos. So I've made about $1,000 in total off of each of those videos. So that was also driving tons of traffic to K4, because obviously now people are like, well, I like this guy or whatever. I have some questions about CPP, and I was just totally overwhelmed, and I wasn't, in a very good place business-wise, because I was sort of struggling with the transition away from Wealthsimple, and I wasn't quite prepared for what had happened. And so this is when K4 kind of went crazy. I was trying to drink from a fire hose. I was making tons of mistakes because I was just biting off way more than I could chew, trying to service, too many potential new leads that were coming in and not doing a good job of it. And that actually made the problem worse, because now I felt bad, because it was like, what the hell? So anyway, that was sort of my story of the spring, where I had 2 videos, and my maximum day was in April. I made $121 in one day in April, because I had another CPP video that sort of went viral around the same time. Now, both of those videos in total have about 200,000 views, and over the course of like 10 days they got about 150,000 or something. So I was getting, typically I would have, like 100 or 200 views a day. Now all of a sudden I was having like 15,000 views a day, which, was wild. And at that point I got super pumped, because I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine how sweet it would be if I could get 15,000 views a day every single day, make over $100 a day. Imagine being able to make $30,000 or $40,000 a year just because I made these videos. How amazing that would be. Now, obviously, if you watch, I have not been able to recreate that. I mean, we've just kind of kept steady, had a couple bumps here and there, nothing crazy. Generally speaking, since that day, I'm probably averaging somewhere around $10 a day. So in last year, I made $4,934 off of YouTube. Basically, 2,000 of it came from 2 of those videos. And in absolute total, I've made $5,986 off of all the views I've had since the very beginning. So definitely not making it rain exactly, but it definitely doesn't hurt to get a little bit of money every month. Obviously, I'm not gonna turn down $300 or so a month, but so anyway, I just thought that I would share that with you guys, because some people might find it interesting to find, how much. It is pretty wild if you have any video sort of go viral. I do believe if you're in any sort of service business, you have any sort of skill that you can share, to me, I think that it is a great business model to put yourself out there, teach people what you know, be yourself, and, that should be able to drive business for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it has driven business to K4. It has allowed me to bring on clients that know me, have watched me for, 110,000 hours, and they say, you know what, I think that I trust Kent and I like him, and and I would like to work with them. And that's really all the whole point of it was, from me trying to earn money from it, was, can, people can I earn their trust by showing them things and teaching them things they haven't heard? And if they want to work with me, then I have to try and also earn their business and then keep their business. So I would recommend it to anybody that has a skill that you can share. Get comfortable with the camera. It's super weird talking to yourself in the very beginning, but you kind of get used to it. It's kind of like comedy. It really sucks to bomb in the very beginning, but you kind of get used to it. It still sucks, but you can kind of laugh it off. So anyway, just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year. I hope that 2022 is a great year for you, regardless of, how your last year was. And if you haven't, again, please subscribe. We're going to really try and push out content this year and grow the channel. So your support is greatly appreciated. And thanks again for watching.